When you think about lowering blood pressure, you probably think a lot more about lowering your salt intake, walking more, and maybe even taking some medications. I found this research study that turns all of it on its head, and I wanted to give you like the 5-minute version so you don't have to read through the entire study. What they did is they experimented between cardio and weights, and the results were amazing. But first, before I dive in, my name is Joe Sidaway. I'm actually a doctor of physical therapy, and I help older adults live their best years on their own terms. So let's dive right in. The background: there was 202 adults over 60 years old, and they split them between two groups. We had cardio, and then we had strength training. They all did 2 workouts per week for 60 minutes. Now, the entire 60 minutes weren't used for, say, running or for lifting. They did some warm up, they did some cool down, but they did allot these times of a whole hour to working out twice a week. What they did is they tested blood pressure over 4 years as they continued to exercise. The results were amazing. So the cardio group, they found significant reduction in their both systolic and diastolic blood pressure, which is good. They're trying to lower their overall blood pressure. And that's what you normally think about, right? Whenever we think about runners, that's what happens, is we're able to lower that blood pressure and oftentimes get off of medications. The problem is the cardio group, they actually plateaued after 2 years, meaning that they didn't continue to make improvements in lowering their blood pressure. However, whenever you looked at the weight training group, they continued to lower their blood pressure, even after year 2 into year 3 and year 4. So what does this mean? Does that mean that if I have high blood pressure, that I should just ditch cardio and then I should just do weightlifting? The answer is you can do that if you want to. But I think the big take-home message is that exercise is such a potent drug. It is the key thing that we need to implement in our lives when we're trying to manage our bone health, when we're trying to manage anything that we deal with health. And this is one piece of information that shows that you can use weights. If that's what you love to do, you can use weights and lower your blood pressure. But cardio also helped. They also saw a significant reduction. So if you're way more into cardio, then continue using that as a means to lower your blood pressure. I think the best things that you can do for your health is actually combining these two. If you look at a lot of like CrossFit workouts, they actually combine some kind of cardio that's usually higher intensity and weight training. Or if you really like doing rowing or swimming or biking or running even, you can still do those things, but throw in the weight training so you get the long-term benefits that continue year after year. I hope that this was helpful. If you want a link to the research study, I'm going to put a link down below. And as always, please share this with a friend, subscribe if this was helpful, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.